Let's try to get the webcam back one sec. What's using my webcam? Could be anything really. I mean, it could be Loom. Could be Zoom. Could be Logi. What the fuck is excuse my language. What's using my webcam then? What do you think it could be, everybody? What does everyone think? Could be anything really, couldn't it? Go into Blender now. Let's open the project file. It's completely a new project file. We're going to save it as. We're going to go into our folder. Arborist. Arborist 2. Is it Zoom using? Could be. Who knows? Maybe we'll just leave it then. Let's get started, shall we? Okay. Alright, so three products to render. We're looking for basically just one angle, just a singular angle of some beauty products. You just actually read the label to find out what they actually are. And then there's two versions. One of the versions comes in two variations. The other one is a slightly taller version. So we're going to import the ABS files, which I've never actually used before, but I did a little check and you can add them in, as you can see. So we already have the model, so this is a rendering and lighting live stream. Nothing to do with modeling. Shouldn't have to change any of these models, so that's good. Make a new collection called Light Cam. Change our render engine to cycles on a high contrast and add in our camera. We'll change our rotation to 90-0 and drag out from here, making sure that we get the angle right, making sure we're bang straight on. We're going to change our size of our camera to this, more of a square approach. Go up, across, down a bit, there-ish. up a bit. Zoom in a bit more. Like this, okay. And then we're going to make our first material. Our product material. Let's just base product underneath. A little bit of shine to it. A little bit less than that. Okay. Let's go into the world tab. So we don't need to have any contact shadows. So shadows, normally what I would do is I create a plane, drop it down, visibility in the options of the object, and turn on shadow catcher. But we actually don't need it. Or what I would do, actually saying that, would be make another plane, scale this side up, Control B on this vertice, scroll, shade smooth, and obviously it wouldn't be wonky. On here, Control B, object mode, shade smooth, and then this would be my background, and I'd have shadows coming in from the lights all over. But we don't actually want shadows in this, so the client's asked not to have any contact shadows. You can see from the reference images, the previous renders, and also the ones in the bottom right corner, we don't actually want any shadow where the product is hitting the floor, so I don't need to do that. So general world output settings I usually use to start with. Add another background node in underneath. Add a light path node down. Just kind of just render along with me. Mix shader. Up, nice. What's up, Daniel? Man, your message got retracted. Don't know if you did that or if my YouTube did. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream, everybody. It's going to be a relatively short one. Pretty simple, simple design, simple rendering that we're doing right now. Environment texture. Let's get our first. I'm gonna have to play around with this a bit, but let's go with our first default product rendering. Lighting. Let's plug it in. Okay. Texture coordinate. Mapping node. Like this. Down below. And then play with the Z axis. Okay, that's looking nice. Now the labels we have are, so probably what I'll do is I'll do an overview, go through all the settings. I might make some adjustments and small changes off stream to this project, but I'll do the good amount of it on stream. Oh, excuse me. So, let's go into our settings and have a look at the labels that we have. So if we go into what the client provides, this is another live project, by the way. And so we've got three products, right? So we've got the normal one, environmental, moisture light, harbour sensitive beauty, lightweight facial moisturizer for sensitive skin, a weightless emulsion to offer soothing high. I'm not going to read the whole thing. And then, so yeah, we've got some moisturizing, sort of cream stuff going on here. And then, what else do we have? We have this one, which is the same bottle, but this one's Moisture Restore Rich, so we've got a different color. And then the other model we have is a different size. This is the blue one, and I guess this is the standard edition. It doesn't actually say, oh no, it does. Balm Gel Cleanser, concentrated gel oil to provide indulgent cleansing while respecting the skin's protective barrier. Sugar esters gently lift impurities. Oh, I like avocado, to be fair. Alright, let's turn the brightness of that down to 0.85, just a random number, just throwing out there. Let's turn the background up to 3. Like I said, no contact shadow, so normally we would try and add some realistic shadows down here. You can't see my mouse, but at the bottom of the product where the contact would be, but we don't want them in this, so we're not going to add them in. But we are going to add these labels in. So if I look at the reference images quickly, these are the original renders they had. They want improvements on. So green and pink are the small bottles. Blue's a large one. So let's do green first. So if I go into here, open our Adobe Illustrator file that we've been provided with. And I'm really not very familiar with Adobe Illustrator. I only have it when clients send labels. I really don't really know what I'm doing on it. So, what I've got. I'll be honest, what I could do as well. This might be easier for me personally. Is just take this, print screen it because it's top quality anyway. Head it over to GIMP, paste it in. Going from here down to here. Image, crop to selection. And then I'll probably make a cut here. Where I say image, crop to selection. Go on to here, documents, part renders. This is our folder for it. Make a new folder called just labels, and then save this as green back. Okay, reverse, select, invert, delete, selection, invert, delete. Image, sorry, crop to selection, invert, image, crop to selection, invert, delete, selection, invert, image, crop to selection. Okay, I can't do that apparently, so that's pretty annoying. Instead, let's just reselect this anyway. Image, crop to selection, support as green front. So the client wanted to make sure that we have, if I go on this now, alright, and what I'm going to do, luckily the topology is, ooh, didn't expect that. Don't actually need that, but I'll hide it for a minute. Got really good topology on this model, thank the Lord. And a mark seam down the middle, mark seam around the top, and around the bottom. A bit of a random one to choose. Let's do this one. Should I do this? Yeah, let's do that one actually, because we have. I actually should probably do this one. So we have a edge in between. So best case scenario, if you have lots of edges like this, the one that you choose to mark the seam on would be one in the middle, so that you have a edge and an edge of each of the sides. Helps with the UV wrapping. Okay, so we'll make a new one. If I take a look at the reference images. Right, to be honest, all I really need to do is just go image texture. labels, green front. Okay, on. Then go like this, selecting this view. How come we're not straight on? That's why. Let's rotate. So there you go. Side on view. So it's all of these. Okay. And assign them to product front. Assign. And then we're going to make a new material in the material in the background. Call it product back. And it's going to use 155 on a white background, and you're going to add image texture and go green back for the label, and then we're going to go back into the side view. There you go. Assign that wireframe. There we go. Anything this side is assigned to product back. Anything the other side front. Okay, and what we can do is we can go into our UVA editing. We can now delete that plane, and our camera is now off. Let's add a new window. Zoom in, go down a bit. Okay, save where we are. So selecting this face, you can see we've now got clear points where, very clear points where everything is on our model. So we've got the 4 top and bottom sections, and then this is where we'll find the section for our label. Okay, if we go on the reference images, have a look where we're actually supposed to apply this. Okay, what I need to do, as you can see, we're having some overlapping issues because the Harbourist logo starts lower down. So what we need to do is go into our labels folder, select this, go on image canvas size, and then increase the height to something a lot larger than we currently have. Scroll down on this, make a new layer, get the same color as the current background of the label anyway, put it in there, save as, we might as well actually label greens, one of them, but let's export it, sorry, out as green front. And then what we want to do, delete that, is add in our green back too. Do the exact same thing, green back, in case we have any problems there. I mean, to be honest, actually, image canvas size, in case we have any problems going vertically, horizontally too, might as well make this one the same. So if I add this in, image guide by percent vertical, and then delete this layer again, add a new layer of white, the same white that we had before, put it behind that layer. Don't delete that black bit, I'm not sure. Let's leave it for now. Maybe delete it later if we need to. Green front, add that in. That's gonna be, oh whoops, that's gonna be no problem. Sports green front. Save that up. And then go back into shading and reapply these to refresh. Product back, green back to refresh where it thinks we have. Refresh the file, not where it thinks we have the file, just refresh where the actual file is. Okay, now we've got more freedom to move it exactly where it needs to be on the file. So now that model looks a lot more something that I need to take a look at is oh, I know why the camera messed up. There we go. Silly me. Up a bit. Out a bit. Out a bit. Out even more. Even more. Even more. There you go. Okay, one thing that was mentioned, obviously the lighting is really bad right now, but we'll fix that in a minute, is that basically the texture that's desired is that it needs to slightly, very slightly extrude out of the model. The label does. So I'm going to try a couple different things for this, right? Not sure. Off the top of my head, how we're going to create it, but I've got some ideas that we can try, but we will get there eventually. So here's idea number one. To be honest, it's gone really well already, to be honest. This is kind of perfect already. Wow, okay, my first idea kind of worked. So see if I remove this, see how on the corners and things of the label it's completely flat, but then when I add the bump node in, just literally just use the exact same file. When I go on it, it just adds a little bit of thickness. I can increase that to more, I think a little bit less, perfect. And that's that done. Okay, I guess that didn't really take very long at all, so that's nice. So let's work on the lighting, because the lighting is really bad. So lots of things we can do with lighting. So we can change the. We'll get there eventually with it. But it's just literally just about practice, going through lots of different HDRs and things. And moving the texture mapping to a location that looks the best. And if you can't really work that out, I'll just have to artificially add lights in myself. Check it, it's not the end of the world by any means. They're very simple, very simple. What I'll probably do, to be honest, I'll probably add a little contact shadow and then use that for my portfolio. We could try. I mean, this looks actually really good, but obviously the color's just like off. So what you can do, little trick, you can add a hue and saturation. No, not there. Hue and saturation node after the environment texture. You can actually change these values on it, so you can turn this. So you can turn the saturation down, and then we get a nice little. To be honest, what I'll probably do is actually just go and make the film transparent. It's on 100 currently. We can move it around. I think 100 was nice. Change the value. Let's give this a render out and see what we have. So I really need to show the go and turn denoising on, turn the render samples up, and maybe have a look at this label. Now I don't know if that's gonna mess up the UV map. Not sure, it might not. It actually didn't, so that's really good. Now I've just got to figure out the actual size. Look on this here, seems like it goes across a lot. Look, it reads across the bottle a lot. Right, so this is a progress. So not the final, of course, just progress step. Hello, Ahmed. Please tell us about the background and camera motion. Well, for the camera motion, there isn't any in this render. This is just a still image. But for the background, it's a case of I just took off the background, so I made it transparent. But I'll show you my world output settings that I use in general for product renders. So as you can see, so we go back into the Blender tab for you. So for camera motion, none in this. It's just a still camera that I've just lined up perfectly in the settings to be 90:00 to make sure it's nice and flat. And then for the world output, this is the setting overlay. So we've got world output into a mix shader. Then this is the standard background that comes with the default when you open a Blender file. You're going to duplicate that to another background and add them both into the mix shader. Add a light path node and plug the is camera array into the FAC of the mix shader. Then comes a hue and saturation value coming from the top background, and then an environment texture where we're going to add an HDI image, so you can get one from HDI Haven for free. And then you can try lots of different ones to see which one looks best with your product. Then you want a texture coordinate and a mapping node, so mapping texture coordinate. That way you can move your environmental environment to move the camera and move the lighting around of the environment, because it might suit a different angle depending on your product. So with this label, I want to move it down slightly and in slightly. I don't know where exactly. It's just worth mentioning as well quickly that so in the this setting, so the render settings in cycles, if you go down to film and click transparent, when you go into render mode, the background, the environment is going to be completely transparent. If you to get on, it's going to be basically, this is what this is for. So when you duplicate the background and add it into a mix shader, this one is your environment tab, this one is just a plain white color, and this is how you manage to use an environment to light your product without the actual environment in the background. So you've got two options. So you can use the background and you can play around with colors to make nice ones, different creative ones, or you can just go obviously with the book standard white. Or if you want to set up the background yourself in a image software, you can click the transparent, and then there's going to be nothing in the background, but the environment is still going to be lighting this scene, this product. Right, let's go into our image editing software. And add in our progress sections. And now here's where I would personally, depends really on the project, but add just like a white background myself. That way I can make sure it's completely white. And then we can change the curve values of this to make it look slightly different in different ways. You can change the saturation. Do a little bit of airbrushing. So yeah, photo editing is definitely something that you need. I'm going to do a video on it. It's definitely something that you should learn to pick up. Okay, yeah, definitely something you should learn if you want to do. Really, it's a skill that's kind of necessary. So what I'm going to do now, I'm also going to add I'm going to do a render with the contact shadows. I guess the client has asked not to have contact shadows, but I'm going to do one anyway. Just send it to them because you never know. You want to provide that extra service, and just one of them to show them what it could look like with contact shadows. I feel like it does look a lot better with it, but there may be another reason why they don't want the shadows. So for this, I'll just add a plane right at the bottom of our model. Go into the object settings, the orange one, and then you have to be in cycles. Bear in mind, this only works in cycles. There's another way to get a shadow catcher in Eevee, but that's for another time. I actually don't remember off the top of my head. That's why I'm not telling you right now. I actually can't remember it. Cycles, render engine, object modes, and a mask shadow catcher. And that's what that's going to do. It's going to create a plane that won't show up in the render, but it will add some shadow to the bottom of the. Basically, wherever the mask is, it's going to catch shadows. Shadow catches. So any light if from the environment or artificial lamps that you've put in will catch the shadow. Gonna eat some Shocky. One sec. That mask is going to catch shadows from that point. Anyway, any shadows that make contact with that plane, it's going to reveal, but then the actual plane is not going to be rendered. Right, so add the one in with the contact shadows. Add a white background there. You can see the line there. I might actually just remove it. I might be able to do that. I might be able to just remove the line with just some simple erase. Yeah, I can. I'll be careful we don't actually remove. Just the simple erase tool. Need to be careful, obviously. Right there. Just remove any unwanted shadow. No, I think I've gone too far with the saturation on this one. I'll turn that down a bit. And let's make a little render here. Front, that's close. This is actually close. This is actually front. What I might do actually make a circle. Them all together. Make that a shadow catch instead. Just down there. And then experiment with some other automobile right now, empty warehouse. Let's add a note. Empty warehouse 100. That's what the lighting we had originally. Just if we get any banging ones where it's like, oh wow, yeah, that really does look good. Concrete tunnel. This is quite nice. It's a bit flat though. We'll try lots with different lightings.
Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Yeah, just testing my mic. Yeah, this is looking nice. So the difference with this one is we have a bit more shadow on the left-hand side, which means it kind of, what's the word? It highlights, highlights the extrusion we have on the label a bit better. So let's see. I'm going to save a bunch of them and then look at them all side by side with different lighting. And then I'm also going to give a go at lighting it myself. Let's try power plant. Oh wow, that's dark. I like the gradient from light to black though, so if we increase the intensity, we might get something that looks quite nice. Bit too much overexposure on the left hand side, I'm thinking. Go back to 1 for this. So look how flat this lighting is. This is why it doesn't look very good, because the lighting is extremely flat. But if we move the z-axis around, this will be rotation of the z-axis. This is what this is doing, is rotating the environment around. So if I took this out, you'd see, I think you'd see, no, the fact out, and turn film transparency off. You see, here you go. You can see the environment, and you can see obviously that I've turned the saturation down too, because I wanted there to not be any. But you can see as you do this, we're rotating the environment on the z-axis. So that is basically, if we've got like a environment texture where, like this one, there's lots of light on this side, but when we put it in, it's all facing this way, we're going to get no light. So we're going to try, when you first put environment texture in, it might look really bad. That's why it's important to have the texture coordinate and mapping nodes in, so that you can rotate the z-axis or the x or y, but mostly z, sometimes x and y, to get like a different angle, and sometimes it can look like really good. Oh, I'm just saying as well, by the way, I really don't like this. Should delete that before. Whoops. Should delete that before. I'm not sure why I didn't. The difference lighting makes. See, it's crazy. Okay, nice. Nice. So I can't get that lighting back on this number 2 one, so what I do, I just remove the I'll move the shadow that I added in. It's looking quite nice. I wouldn't know though until I add the white background and I compare them all to each other, which one actually looks best in terms of lighting. I also need to try my own lighting on it too, which I will probably do now actually. So I'll make a new lighting collection. It's going to be separate to the other one. Why have we got a random blend file open? Who knows? Save it. That's number 3. And let's give lighting it ourselves a little go. So remove that. Turn this down to 1. And grey, right? So now we just got like our own, just like a standard blender grey all the way around lighting. Let's add a area light sometimes, because sometimes it looks better if you have more control over it yourself. So just give it a go. 5 up to that, 500 on that. Let's duplicate one of those, drop it down. Let's get to the right. We could do something where it's just one side, like this. Increase it by 1,000. Same with the top one. What I might do is turn it to the right a little bit. If I add another one in here, smaller, and this one is going to be a slight shade of, nah, it's not, it's going to be white. Oh, whoops. Yeah, it's going to be white again, but it's going to be less strong than the others. Give that a little render as our personal lighting that we've done. So we've got a top light, sort of just lighting, or the top, I guess, and we've got a nice contrast light. Make sure the main problem, I think I'd say, is something that says someone asked, like, my lighting's not very good. It just doesn't look very like clean, or doesn't look very professional. Doesn't look very photorealistic. It's that there's not enough contrast in the lighting, and it's too flat, so it's too straight on. So you just got whack like an area light, just facing product, and there's no contrast in the shadow. So from this angle here, it's straight on. So if I just see how I didn't add any lights, this one's the closest to the front. I didn't add any lights that just directly shine straight on from where the camera is, straight on, because I knew it would look bad, because from the angle that we got, this is what we have to work with. If we just shine a light directly straight on this, there's going to be no contrast between dark and light. There's going to be no shadows, highlight areas, and that is bad because it looks unprofessional. It doesn't look clean, doesn't look realistic, doesn't look nice. Right, let's put this in. Let's get rid of our own lighting. Just gave it a little go, not really a big, like, you know, proper go at it. I think probably we're going to end up using environment texture to light this rather than our own, but we'll see. Garden, don't even know what that one is. That's kind of similar to something that we already got. Empty warehouse, I think this is the one we've already done. Not the first one, wasn't it? Yeah, it was the first one, empty warehouse. Could try some of the other studio lighting ones. See, reduce the strength. If I rotate to 0, maybe. Whoa. So obviously this is the studio lighting HDR texture, where it's sort of like really dark in certain areas because they're obviously lighting a product. So if you catch this in the wrong area, obviously it's going to look awful. But if you rotate it to where, you know, it's actually supposed to be, it can look pretty nice. I think we'll give that one a miss though. Let's try shooting a small 7. Same with this one, we've caught it at the wrong spot. Whoops, daisies. I mean, quite cool. You get a little contrast black and white, but it's not really what they're looking for though. Obviously it's going to be very flat now. See how flat this is? It's just, you know, perfect white all around. Not what we want. Some random on this city skyline. Nah, that's not even an HDR texture. Colorful studio. What's this? This looks quite good. Give this one a render. That our lighting? Oh, so dark. Whoops. I have to increase the intensity of that. What did I say? Sensitive beauty. I like it. This is looking pretty good. I like this one. Okay. Right, now what we do is we go into GIMP. And then let's remove the shadow that I made here. It's just kind of, yeah, I don't like it. I don't know why I did it. Gave it a little go, but I don't like it. Okay. Let's add in three, four, five. And then here's what we do, right? We go in layer, new layer, add a white layer in to the bottom, remove them all, have a look at them one by one. So I got this one, so I can make adjustments, of course. This one, this one, this one, and this one. I don't like to. One's better than three. One's better than five. Four's a bit harder, but then I feel like I made adjustments to one that I didn't give to the other ones. I like one the most. So after all that, we preferred the first one. But you had to do it. You had to do it just in case. So I go back into this. I remember off the top of my head, it's empty warehouse at 100 on the z-axis. Not sure about the intensity though. Looks like it probably was just 1. Let's re-render it. I don't think we need sample size at 1000, to be honest. I don't think it really makes that much of a difference to the actual model. There's not enough detail for it to matter that much. Progress. Green. I want to do one as well, just with this close lighting. So we'll shift it as green for now. Let's go into GIMP and make our standard adjustments. So add in a new layer that is white, and then make the adjustments as per, just pretty much increasing this. Bit more black. Nice, looking nice, looking nice, looking nice, looking nice, nice. Cause I'm a fucking mess sometimes. I might say what I don't mean. Okay, yeah, look. So, let's increase the intensity of this. I'd like to do one as well. If I go in here quick with front with a plane back in, the shadow catch on it. Cause I'm a fucking mess on that. I wish I could play music. I could play non-copyright, I guess. Do you see what tunes they got on non-copyright sounds? Have a look, shall we? Sometimes there's some decent ones.
He's calm.
Alright, we've got advert, nice.
He saved £217 on his car.
I've been watching you with dark eyes every night.
It's a bit intense, isn't it? We don't mind a bit of an intensity though, eh? Don't mind it. Keeps us going, doesn't it? Let's give us a go with the coloured background. I know that's not what they asked for, but it looks so damn cool, man. Right, go erase tool. Not that layer, this one. Bit of a tune, isn't it? Royalty, baby. Alright. Let me hide my thingy quick. Need to message people. Clients. I'll keep that private at least.
Alright. You can listen to the nice non-correct sounds we've got going on now. Oh yeah, we like it. I actually know this one.
Turn that off. I want to charge him for what we're not doing. Boom! That's what we're at so far. It's looking nice. Should we update the... Sorry, I let the display back on. Oh, we're done on this bit. Got some tunes going on here, boys. Add the display back on, so... Should we update the thumbnail for this? Now we actually have some progress shots, we can use some from the actual render. Should we do that? I think we should, you know. I think we bloody should, eh? Let's delete these are the old ones we don't want. My lovely face, I'm so happy with myself. Just copy this over. Superhero. Wants to be a superhero. Let's update, shall we? Oh, whoops. Can't spell. Look at my face, I'm so happy with myself. Right, let's get a previous thumbnail up. Let's get a layer on 920. Let's copy layer, new layer. Tab. Let's copy this over. Go with anything, to be fair. Pink's cool. Fearless. Or I can make it some color as this. Do, 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 do. We're on that grind, boys. Let's rotate it. That looks good. Don't even fit. Too long a word. Should do some cool thing around me. What about long shadow? Oh, that's looking cool. I'm feeling changing around. Fearless. I said, let's find what's on no copyright sounds. And I know all the songs, as if I didn't know all the songs. Like, I didn't know what any of them would be like. Yeah, and I like all of them. Oh, I really should have saved that before I went out. That's a good thumbnail. Should we change it? I should know all of these. Probably because I've listened to them so much over the years. The no copyright ones, that is. Oh, please. Right, Syrian not replying, let's just do the pink one. Music plays the lights. Yeah, I know, I've started charge. Right. Pink bottle. I like it with the tunes on. So, this one, slightly different. Obviously what we have. Oh god, I'll find it in a minute. There we go. It's pink to start with. Well, that's not pink, it's purple. Nah, pink purple. It's somewhere in between pink and purple. Somewhere in between. This cover just looks a bit loud, isn't it? Let me check on stream how loud it actually is. It feels pretty loud in my ears. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's not bad at all. Perfect. I can't believe it, mate. It's absolutely perfect. Right. That's what we do. That's how we do it, bitches. I don't even need that, to be honest, the back. We're only rendering the front. Render labels. Pink. I'm just gonna call it pink. It's pink now. Congratulations, you are now pink. Then add these. So make sure that everything's lined up the same. Add this in. Add pink in over the top. Scale it so it's the exact same. This is genius move right here. Perfect. Delete this. Increase that. Layer, new layer. Wow. Far. No! I am an idiot. Recovered pretty well, I'd say. This is a good one. This is going on my playlist. This is a good one. Oh, this one. Brain and Rival Control. That's a bit of a tune. Save it as a... Screw it, let's save it as a... Oh. Oh, we're going for it now. I like this. Right, then what I want to do is change this to pink. Should be in the exact same spot, so if I go back to this. Green front. It is. But the one difference with this is the cap is transparent on this version. Okay, one sec. Let's figure this out. Oh, it's going. It's going in now. Going for it. We need to make Parmesan. Yeah. Parmesan. Parmesan. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it was. See how how transparent it actually is. Not that transparent. Get there in the end. Ah, nice. Right, we found the actual product. A little more transparency. This is a longer one that they got. Do 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 do. So this is a really good example on how to do transparency. Do 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 do. Dun 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 dun. Oh, jazzy. Jazzy. Cool, I found the product page. Do, 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 do. Save as. Pink shadow this time. Alright. Save. Doop. So in the middle.
I just can't let you go. God knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one.
Definitely is.
No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus. I can't forget. I've been thinking
Tint, color, balance, magenta. Color. How do I add a hue?
I've been stuck on memory, but it's not like I need it.
Balance. I don't know. Erase. Let's just erase this
We don't have to repeat.
obvious line that we got here.
You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus. I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my
My.
I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. Can't focus. I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my. I just need to clear my.
Do 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 do. I'll probably run part 2 tomorrow. I'm gonna leave that there for today. I've done some good little bits. So yeah, that's all for today. Just a short one. Hope you enjoyed.